Well, they don't like me, and I don't like them either. What's left of them.
So the feeling is mutual, right?
The feeling is mutual. Beavers eat entire...
Welcome, folks. Nestled in the heart of Louisiana, the Robertson family has charmed audiences far and wide with their unique blend of southern hospitality, duck hunting expertise, and family values. From their swampy bayous to the bustling duck call factory, Duck Dynasty brought us a delightful mix of humor, heart, and down-home wisdom. But despite its immense popularity and the endearing antics of the Robertson clan, the show eventually came to a close. You might be wondering, what led to the end of this beloved series? Why did Duck Dynasty, a show that captivated millions, officially wrap up? In today's video, we're going to delve into the behind-the-scenes factors and key events that contributed to the show's conclusion. We'll explore what went wrong, what happened to the Robertson family, and why Duck Dynasty decided to call it quits. So grab a seat, maybe a cup of sweet tea, and let's take a closer look at the reasons behind the end of this iconic reality series, the Duck Dynasty. For more than 10 years, the immensely popular reality TV show Duck Dynasty has enthralled viewers with the memorable story of the Robertson family. This endearing Louisiana clan transformed their love for duck hunting into the multi-million-dollar enterprise Duck Commander. What makes this show stand out from other reality TV series is its sitcom-like storytelling, making it a hit in syndication, from their modest start in a small shed to achieving fame and wealth. The Robertson story is a heartwarming tale of entrepreneurial spirit, family values, and steadfast faith. Did their faith add to why the show ended? Or are there other secrets? Let's delve deeper. In 1972, Phil founded Duck Commander in a small shed on his property in West Monroe, Louisiana. With his innovative duck call design and expert hunting skills, Phil began building a loyal customer base among avid duck hunters. Over the following decades, Phil's 4 sons, Alan, Jace, Willie, and Jeep, were deeply involved in the family business, learning all about duck call manufacturing and sales. In the 1980s, Phil Robertson started creating a series of Duckmen videos that highlighted the family's duck hunting adventures. These videos, which captured the Robertson clan's quirky personalities and strong connection to the outdoors, developed a cult following among duck hunting enthusiasts. The Duckmen videos served as an early precursor to the family's eventual shift to reality television. As the Duck Commander business continued to expand, the Robertson family's fame began to reach beyond the hunting community. In 2011, a production company approached the family with the idea of starring in a reality TV show that would focus on their daily lives and the inner workings of their business. Initially skeptical, the Robertsons eventually agreed, leading to the premiere of Duck Dynasty on A&E in 2012. 2014, 4th season premiere Till Duck Do Us Part attracted 11.8 million viewers, making it the most watched non-fiction cable series in history. With a 5 rating, it was the highest-rated telecast for AE. The show generated $80 million in advertising sales during the first 9 months of 2013, and merchandise sales brought in an additional $400 million in revenue. After 11 seasons, the series concluded on March 29, 2017, with the hour-long finale End of an Era, which ended with S.I. Robertson performing the show's theme song, Sharp Dressed Man, alongside ZZ Top. The Duck Dynasty family is well known for its patriarchs, with the men primarily running the show, although their wives, Kay, Corey, Missy, and Jessica, make occasional appearances to keep them in line. The Robertson family embraces their image as a group of rednecks, which is part of their appeal. To many fans, they're relatable, down-to-earth people. The men in the family grew their long beards to help build their brand before the show. Many of them didn't have the iconic scraggly beards, which is hard to imagine now. Occasionally, some of the men shave for charity events, showing their willingness to support good causes. One funny incident that happened was when Jace Robertson was once mistaken for a homeless man and kicked out of the Trump International Hotel in New York City. With his big beard, unkempt hair, and laid-back attitude, it's understandable how the mistake happened. However, the Trump family reached out to apologize once they learned about the incident, and Donald Trump Jr. and the Robertsons got along well afterward. Amidst all, what truly defines the Robertson family and what they credit for much of their success is their faith. They are devout Christians. Their journey from rags to riches isn't without challenges. As several members of the family have faced struggles with alcoholism and adultery, these challenges, however, make them even more relatable to everyday people. The Robertson family, a tight-knit clan of lovable Louisiana who'll capture your heart with their quirky charm and unapologetic authenticity. Were they the loving family people thought they were, or did they have their fair share of demons to fight? Let's meet the charismatic cast of characters behind the Duck Dynasty. Phil Robertson. Phil Alexander Robertson, born on April 24, 1946, is the patriarch of the Robertson family, the inventor of the Duck Commander Duck Call, and the star of the hit reality TV show Duck Dynasty, who has led an extraordinary life marked by success, controversy, and a strong dedication to his Christian faith and family values. Phil's roots are firmly planted in Vivian, Louisiana, where he was born as one of 7 children in the Robertson family. His parents, Merritt and James Robertson, faced financial hardships which required the family to live off the land in rustic conditions without electricity, a toilet, or a bathtub. Despite these challenges, they thrived on the fruits of their labor, growing their own vegetables, hunting for fish and game, and raising livestock. In his book, Happy, 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 Phil fondly remembers their simple yet rewarding life, saying, "It was the 1950s, when I was a young boy, but we lived like it was the 1850s. But we were always happy, 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 no matter the circumstances." Phil was an outstanding quarterback at Louisiana Tech, where he started ahead of future Hall of Famer Terry Bradshaw. After his junior year, he was approached by the Washington Redskins, but decided to quit football because it conflicted with duck hunting season. Phil earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in physical education from Louisiana Tech and later completed a Master of Arts in Education through night classes while working as a school teacher. Phil is known for his aversion to modern technology, describing himself as a low-tech man in a high-tech world, and he worries that his grandchildren are becoming yuppies. At the end of each episode, the family is shown gathered around the dining table, usually with Phil leading a prayer over the meal. It was during his college years that Phil started experimenting with making duck calls, a hobby that would later form the foundation of his business empire. Despite his success as a football player, Phil struggled with alcoholism and eventually dropped out of school, reaching a low point before finding salvation through his Christian faith. Following his religious awakening, Phil returned to his studies, earning both a bachelor's and a master's degree in education. He spent several years teaching in Louisiana schools before ultimately deciding to pursue his true passion, duck hunting. Marsha K. Robertson. Kai Robertson, originally Mara K. Caraway, born on December 21, 1950, was Phil's high school sweetheart, married Phil on January 11, 1966, as the mother of 4 sons, Alan, Jace, Willie, and Jeep. MK has been the glue that holds the family together. Alan, the eldest, followed his passion for preaching, but later returned to the family business and the show in season 4, driven by a desire to spread God's word to a wider audience. She is typically referred to as M. by her husband and sons. Phil and Miss K's love story began in 1964 when they were young and drawn to each other's charm. They married in 1966, but their early years were challenged by Phil's wild lifestyle, including his love for partying and excess. Despite these difficulties, their bond remained strong, and they built a marriage that has endured the test of time. Their first son, Alan, was born while they were still in college, marking the beginning of Phil's journey as a dedicated father and husband, a devout Christian and elder at the Whites Ferry Road Church of Christ. Phil's faith has been his guiding light, helping him overcome personal struggles and find purpose. In his 20s, Phil confronted his demons, including a separation from MK due to his alcohol addiction, but a transformative religious experience turned his life around. Today, Phil is unapologetically outspoken about his beliefs, advocating against abortion and championing the values that have strengthened his marriage and family. Speaking of the woman who has been by his side for over 5 decades, Kay Robertson, affectionately known as Miss K, is the matriarch of the Robertson family. While Alan stands out among the adult males in his family as the only one who shaves his beard, distinguishing him from his bearded relatives, He is the one that has least involved the family business, as he left in the 1980s to serve as a pastor in White Ferry Road Church in West Monroe. Alan and his wife Lisa were married on November 9, 1984, and have created a warm and loving family. Their eldest daughter, Elizabeth Anna Robertson, born on February 28, 1986, has blessed the family with 3 daughters, making Alan and Lisa proud grandparents. Their younger daughter, Katie Alexis Robertson, born on November 30, 1987, has also added the family's happiness with 1 son, further strengthening the family tree. Jace Robertson, born on August 16, 1969 in Bernice, Louisiana, to Phil and Kay Robertson, was destined to follow in the footsteps of his father, named after his uncle Silas. Jace grew up alongside his 3 brothers Alan, Willie and Jeffer, in a family where hunting and the outdoors was central to their way of life. From a young age, Jace was captivated by his father's enthusiasm for duck hunting, spending countless hours together in the woods, which forged a strong and unbreakable bond between them. By the age of 8, Jace was thoroughly hooked on the sport, often skipping school to join his father on hunting trips, taking full advantage of the maximum allowed absences under Louisiana law. The rugged lifestyle and a deep love for nature became integral to Jace's identity, setting him on a path to becoming a true duck commander in his own right, in his role. Jace meticulously handcrafts each duck call, ensuring they meet high standards of perfection. He is well known for prioritizing hunting and fishing over work, speaking the language of ducks fluently, and proudly calling himself a frog's worst nightmare due to his exceptional frog hunting abilities. As the former CEO of Duck Commander, Jace was the creative force behind crafting, fine-tuning and innovating the company's iconic duck calls. Working under the leadership of his brother Willie, who served as CEO, Jason's children have also made their mark. His second son, Cole, followed the family tradition by attending Wichita Christian High School, where he excelled on the baseball field, demonstrating his athletic talent. This journey reached a proud milestone when he graduated as documented in Season 10, the youngest child and only daughter. Mia was born with a cleft lip and palate. She has bravely undergone 6 surgeries to address these challenges, with her journey being featured up until the end of Season 9. With remarkable skill and efficiency, Jace Robertson could craft a duck call in just 2 to 3 minutes. One of his most significant contributions to the industry is the invention of the triple threat duck call. This innovative design features a unique 3-reed structure, deviating from the traditional 2-reed configuration and offering a new level of performance for duck hunters. During an interview with Fox News, Todd Stearns, Jace Robertson confessed that he initially doubted the potential success of their television show, believing it wouldn't capture a wide audience. He had assumed that reality TV shows required dramatic conflict, profanity, and sensationalism to attract viewers, elements that were not part of the Robertson family's laid-back and composed lifestyle. Reflecting on this, Jace stated, "I was one of the ones who said the reality show would never work. We were in the hunting world. I had this perception of reality that you had to have all this friction, fits of rage, and 4-letter words were pretty calm compared to that. We've got some crazy characters in our family, but I didn't think people would want to see that. Jace is married to Missy, and together they have 3 children, their oldest child and first son. Reed attended Wichita Christian High School, where he excelled in football and baseball. After graduating, Reed decided to pursue a music career in Nashville. His journey included getting married to Brighton, with their wedding being featured in Season 11 of the show. Reed is currently a student at Harding University and has a baby girl with Brighton, as announced on June 2021. Interestingly, Jace Robertson did not consume his first alcoholic beverage until he reached the age of 30. He explained that his decision to abstain from drinking was heavily influenced by observing his father's struggles with alcoholism during his formative years. Jace was determined not to follow the same path, repeatedly telling himself that he would not succumb to the same habits. Despite the family's history of alcohol-related issues and abuse, Jace made a conscious choice to steer clear of alcohol, illustrating his resolve to break the cycle that had affected previous generations. Willie Robertson. Willie Robertson was born in April 22, 1972, at Tri-War General Hospital in Bernice, Louisiana, located in Union Parish. He was born just 2 days before his father's 26th birthday to Phil and Marsha K. Robertson, and has 2 older brothers, Alan and Jace, a younger sister, Phyllis, and a younger brother, Jeff, growing up surrounded by hunting in the outdoors. Willie spent much of his time at Duck Commander, where he learned the family business by building duck calls and handling business operations since childhood. Willie and his brothers were drawn to the duck call business their father, Phil, founded. Willie attended Harding University and graduated from Northeast Louisiana University. He is married to Corey, and they have 6 children, John, Luke, Sade, Bella, Rebecca, Willie Jr. and Rowdy, in 2014. Harding University recognized Willie and his wife, Corey Howard Robertson, as outstanding young alumni. Willie's business acumen played a crucial role in transforming Duck Commander from a family operation into a multi-million-dollar empire, known for his Christian faith. Willie often shares his beliefs with others and is a member of the Churches of Christ. He is frequently seen wearing a bandana featuring the American flag pattern and often dons a white suit jacket to appear more professional. This jacket has led to comparisons with Boss Hogg from the Dukes of Hazzard, which is reflected in his Twitter handle, Willie Boss Hogg. Like many of his family members featured on Duck Dynasty, Willie is known for his beard reminiscent of the 22 top style. On April 25, 2020, Willie Robertson's home was targeted in a drive-by shooting. Although Willie was at a store during the incident, his family was at home when Daniel King Jr. fired 8 to 10 bullets at the property. Willie expressed being pretty shook up after a bullet pierced a window of the house where his son John Luke, along with his wife and infant son, resided. Fortunately, no one was injured, and the perpetrator was eventually apprehended, Jeff Robertson. Jeff Robertson, the youngest son of Phil and Miss Kay, made his initial appearances in the early seasons of Duck Dynasty by joining in family dinners and lending a hand in the duck call room. As the series developed, Jeep transitioned into a main cast member alongside his brothers and father, showcasing his prowess in both hunting and filmmaking. Jeff's upbringing in the duck blind equipped him with the skills to become a talented cameraman and editor, allowing him to capture stunning footage for the Duckman DVD series and the television show Belly Presents, Duck Commander. Furthermore, Jeep is credited with inventing the Jewel Pod, a nicotine delivery device, over time. Jeff Robertson has embraced the role of a dedicated family man, married to his wife Jessica and father to 5 children. Despite the challenges of his tough upbringing, Jeep has maintained a close relationship with his oldest brother Alan and his uncle Si, frequently bonding over shared humor and interests. His sibling rivalry with Jason Willie persists, albeit in a more playful and light-hearted manner. While his older brothers enjoy teasing and teaming up against him, it is evident that they care deeply for Jeep and are supportive when it truly matters. In fact, Jeff often finds himself on the receiving end of brotherly support, whether it's Jace lending a hand with projects or Willie offering a sympathetic ear, especially when it involves his wife Jessica as a father. Jeff has demonstrated adaptability and love, effortlessly navigating the challenges of raising both daughters and sons with humor, patience, and dedication. Additionally, Uncle Si brings his wit, wisdom, and infectious personality to the Robertson family's duck hunting dynasty, making him a cherished figure among fans and family members alike. Silas Robertson. Silas Merritt Robertson, born on April 27, 1948, and more commonly known as Si Robertson or Uncle Si, is a well-known American television personality, military veteran, and retired remake for duck calls at Duck Commander. He gained widespread fame for his prominent role on AE's Duck Dynasty, where he became a breakout cast member, has also appeared on several other television programs, including the outdoor channels Buck Commander and the Duckmen of Louisiana, and he was the titular host of the Duck Dynasty spin-off show Going Sal, in addition to his appearances on reality television. She made a guest appearance on the sitcom Last Man Standing and lent his voice to the character Silas the Narrator in Big Idea Entertainment's VeggieTales episode titled Mary Larry and the True Light of Christmas. Currently, he is co-hosting the podcast Duck Call Room, where he continues to share his unique perspective and humor with listeners. Uncle C also faced his own battles with addiction, as his struggles with alcoholism and mental health issues cast a dark shadow over the family. In his memoir, Psychology, Tales and Wisdom from Duck Dynasty's Favorite, Uncle Si openly discussed the family's difficult history, revealing how he had contended with violent impulses and deeply depressive thoughts during his time in the Vietnam War. This period was exacerbated by his easy access to alcohol in women, which further fueled his troubles. "I saw what alcohol was doing to me in Vietnam, and I knew I had to stop for good." C later reflected his voice, resonating with the wisdom gained through heart experience, but it wasn't easy, and it took a lot of prayer and support from my family to get me through it. His journey to overcome these challenges required a steadfast commitment to change and the unwavering backing of his loved ones, ultimately helping him find a path to recovery and personal growth. In the reality television series Duck Dynasty on A&E, Uncle Si stands out as one of the show's main characters. He is arguably the most well-known and recognized figure among the cast, largely due to the frequency and quality of his humorous anecdotes and stories, as well as his distinctive personality and mannerisms. Si's spontaneous and unpredictable nature frequently serves as a catalyst for the show's plot, leading to comedic and often unexpected situations. Whether he's handcuffing himself to his nephew Willie or impulsively spending $2,000 in prize money at a children's arcade, C's antics consistently inject excitement and humor into the series, making him a fan favorite and a central figure in the show's narrative. The controversies. During the 11 seasons run, the AE reality series was a controversy magnet on camera. It was all duck calls and beards off camera. There were many stirrups in the media due to duck patriarch Phil Robertson. Robertson made headlines in 2013 after GQ published an interview in which he made controversial comments that were perceived as racist and anti-gay. In the interview, Robertson described homosexuality as a sin, comparing it to bestiality, and claimed that black people were happy in Louisiana before the civil rights era. These remarks sparked widespread outrage, leading A&E to announce Robertson's suspension from the show, although the network reversed its decision 9 days later. How did Phil Robertson's controversial remarks reshape Duck Dynasty's audience and its cultural impact? Were fans indifferent, or the backlash was as expected? Let's explore even deeper. A year after the controversy, Robertson stated that he was not homophobic and clarified his comments about black people. He said on Good Morning America in 2014 that he was as much of a homophobe as Jesus was, and that people who are participating in homosexual behavior should know that he loves them. In a bid to free himself from the racial spur, he said, "There is one race on this planet. It's called the human race. We are all the same, and that to him there was absolutely nothing that has color to do with it." He also said STDs are punishments for premarital sex. In a 2015 interview with Family Research Council's Tony Perkins, Robertson said, "God says one woman, one man, and everyone says, oh, that's old hat, that's that old Bible stuff. But I'm thinking, well, let's see now, a clean guy, a disease-free guy, and a disease-free woman. They marry and they keep their sex between the two of them. They're not going to get chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, and AIDS. It's safe," he went on to say. "Either it's the wildest coincidence ever that horrible diseases follow immoral conduct, or it's God saying there's a penalty for that kind of conduct I'm leaning towards. There's a penalty for it." He supported the North Carolina anti-transgender bathroom law, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Robertson teamed up with Citizens United to support North Carolina's bathroom law, which critics argue discriminates against the transgender community by requiring individuals to use restrooms corresponding to the gender on their birth certificate. Robertson sent out an email asking for donations to support the law. In the email, Robertson stated that men should use the men's bathroom and women should use the women's bathroom, further saying, "Just because a man may feel like a woman doesn't mean he should be able to share a bathroom with his daughter or yours that used to be called common sense. Now it's called bigoted." According to THR, he shared an extreme plan for handling ISIS during a 2015 appearance on Fox News. Hannity, to promote his book Unfiltered, The Way I See It. Phil Robertson was asked by Sean Hannity for his thoughts on terrorist groups like ISIS. Robertson responded by saying one either converts them, which he thinks would be next to impossible. He said he wasn't giving up on them, but it's either they are converted or killed. He added that he would much rather have a Bible study with all of them and show them the error of their ways and point them to Jesus Christ. However, if it's a gunfight and a gunfight alone, if that's what they're looking for. He was personally prepared. He condemned atheists. In March 2015, Robertson stirred up controversy once more with a speech he gave at the Vero Beach prayer breakfast. According to Right Wing Watch, he condemned atheists with a frightening, hypothetical story about an atheist forced to watch his wife and daughters be raped and killed. The controversies cost their cachet among some viewers, and ratings considerably fell. The decline of the show can also be attributed to overexposure. As the members of the Robertson family rose to celebrity status, they began appearing frequently in various media and public events. While the producers released an excessive number of episodes at a rapid pace, even fans who continued to enjoy the Robertsons and their charmingly simple antics may have started to feel fatigued by the repetitive nature of the show's premise. Duck Dynasty's cancellation was a mutual decision. At the time of the show's cancellation announcement, which came shortly after the premiere of the 11th season, both the network and the Robertson family issued a joint statement indicating that the decision to end Duck Dynasty had been mutual. However, one significant factor that cannot be overlooked is the dramatic decline in the show's ratings that began in 2014. This downturn followed Phil Robertson's controversial public comments regarding homosexuality and his perception of the pre-civil rights era. The data speaks for itself as viewers began to tune out in the wake of the controversy. The GQ article was published between the 4th and 5th seasons, and by the end of the 5th season, viewership had decreased by 2.4 million from the record-breaking numbers of the previous season. With their beliefs now seen in a different light by the public, the duck-hunting family from Louisiana was no longer viewed as the benign presence they had once been in the homes of their audience. New York Times had a lot to say. The New York Times proposed another potential factor contributing to the decline of Duck Dynasty over Explorer and the realization that much of the show was scripted. While most popular television series release one season per year, Duck Dynasty was airing too, providing viewers with an excessive amount of the Robertson family's homespun humor. Despite the fact that the reality aspect of reality TV can often be misleading, audiences generally prefer to believe that what they are watching is genuine. The Robertsons, however, were open about the fact that their show fell into the questionable category of guided reality, possibly anticipating the show's conclusion. Many members of the Robertson family had already taken on other commitments by the time Duck Dynasty was cancelled. Sadie Robertson joined the cast of Dancing with the Stars. Willie Robertson campaigned for Donald Trump. Uncle Si Robertson was cast in a spin-off series, and several family members decided to capitalize on the show's success by writing books Duck Dynasty, Legacy Fake, and upfront about it. Even as the series was gaining momentum, the Robertson family openly admitted to Neil Gunslinger in summer of 2012 that their reality show wasn't genuinely real. This is not unusual, as most reality shows are either staged or directed toward a predetermined outcome. So there you have it. The Robertson family's Duck Dynasty wasn't just a reality show, it was a carefully crafted blend of staged scenarios and genuine family charm, all under the banner of what they called guided reality. Their ability to embrace and play with the Eastern elite stereotype while manipulating the media landscape made the show both entertaining and enduring. But as with many hit shows, there were factors beyond just the ratings that led to its eventual cancellation. The 2013 controversy created a ripple effect that contributed to the show's decline, leading A&E to make the tough decision to end it. We hope you enjoyed diving into the behind-the-scenes world of Duck Dynasty with us. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content. And before you go, be sure to check out the video showing on your screen right now for more intriguing stories and insights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.